Welcome back to Found Footage Reactions. So for today's video, we are going to be watching a short film called Nest. Now, I did not see the director's name on the video, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a link back to the original video on the original channel so you can go check it out. It's called Nest, so no further ado, let's just dive in on the count of three. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm beginning to notice that that must be a very popular sound effect, the starting of the VHS tape. I've seen that on several of these that we've done so far. Okay, so we're establishing this is footage that has been found by the cops. Classic framework for these kinds of movies. Welfare check. Okay. 2 mobile phones. Okay. So both people are missing. They found 2 phones and they were going on a wellness check. I used to be an English teacher, so I constantly notice when people don't use apostrophes where they're supposed to. I have to control myself in correcting them.
Jay, which way you point that thing?
Sorry.
Okay. Noisily going through a wrought iron gate. So we have done no character establishment, which sometimes I think actually makes sense. When you're watching a movie like this, it doesn't always make sense for characters to sort of expositionally introduce themselves to each other, especially if they already know each other. So kind of diving in sort of in media res, and you just get to know them based on what they're doing, like getting ready to pick a lock. Okay, so I think from context clues, these people are obviously, I would assume, burglars, troublemakers of some sort. It is weird that a guy that would have like a breaking into the house kit would also be so cavalier about the amount of noise they were making walking up to the front door, like chatting with each other. I do like this glitch effect a little bit because the image doesn't go away, it just sort of ripples, which I kind of like as opposed to the just straight up static a lot of people use, which doesn't really happen on modern cameras so much anymore. One of the things I do love about watching lower budget found footage films that were clearly just sort of shot in places that people had access to is there's a lived in feeling to the houses that we're seeing on screen in a way that there isn't in like staged movies or places that use sets. Like as you look around here, it just feels really lived in a way that feels kind of a little bit uncomfortable. Like, should I be seeing all of this stuff in your house? Like, did these people want me to be able to see that sitting on their shelf, you know? I don't know, it's kind of effective to me.
Through the hallway, and I'll go this way.
I zoomed in on the butcher block. I wonder if we're going to have a return to that, the knives there. I mean, a little bit creepy. See, like now, this is a perfect example. This room kind of looks like many rooms I've lived in or been in, like real places. Almost to the degree that like I feel a little bit uncomfortable looking at it. I'm like, my wife would never let someone come over to my house and go into my room when it looked like that, you know, like my work room or computer room or whatever. So, oh God, so much stuff. But then that lends to the verisimilitude of these, you know, like they're not supposed to be in this space. You're not technically invited here. You're not supposed to be seeing this stuff. So that does actually add to the feeling of the movie. That is a classic hotel bedspread right there. It only just now occurs to me, if they are breaking into this place, they're being very bold with how much they're like photographing themselves in the house, especially because these phones were found later and obviously they're 100% guilty. It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's like the, you know, Kia boys that break into cars and then go on joyrides photographing themselves in it. But yeah, just the balls of people like this. I didn't happen to mention it, but there was a really good like shock moment with this someone in the background, and then they sort of moved a thing, and then they were gone. he's filming with his phone? How is he standing it up when he's... Holy shit.
I've got the money. Let's just get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
maybe. Did she just slash that man's throat? Good lord. I mean,
Leave it, Jay. It's not worth it.
How much there was?
leave what? Is he going back to that motorcycle helmet? I guess you got to have a dumb decision like this in a horror movie, because if it doesn't work without it. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Man in dirty clothes just full on stabbing him. Wall. Maybe head toward the door instead. Oh, that's nice use of... I have to assume that's practical lighting they did that lightning flash with. Oh, that's a very good shot. I like that. Sort of sideways. You see the shadow of them from the lightning. Oh. At the end? Oh yeah, okay, that's the end. All right, well, that was really good. So I was actually surprised with how much more... I don't know if professional is not the right word necessarily, because it's not like a polished film, but they definitely did some stuff in there that I thought was interesting. The way that they intentionally staged a lot of the stuff, the framing of it at the end there, when we saw the guy in the flash of the lightning, was two things that was really good. First, the way that they framed it sort of sideways. All that does is it just changes up the geography of the image a little bit so that your eye is searching and trying to sort of figure out the makeup of what it is that you're looking at. And it involves you a little bit more actively than just seeing that standard shot. And then, like I said, obviously the practical use of lighting, I seriously doubt that they were just sort of waiting around for a thunderstorm to be able to shoot this. So they were obviously creating that. And that was effective. I thought that worked really well. Both of the performances were solid. This was really like a no-frills film, and I think it was effective exactly for that reason. It didn't waste its time. They didn't do a bunch of character exposition that we didn't need. Literally just established who everybody was by what they were doing. I mean, except for whoever was in the house. We don't exactly know what was going on there. But all in all, I thought it was actually a fun, effective movie. I would be interested to see what else this filmmaker works on in the future. So yeah, if you get a chance, go check it out. It's called Nest. Thanks for watching.